Are you tired of looking like this after a night on Prizepicks? For the price of that Big Mac combo you chowed down on this week, get access to hundreds of picks. Connect your Discord to WAP with the link in the description and be added straight to the premium Discord. We'll be sending every single Prizepicks slip we place.
Let's get some Prizepicks in today, guys. I just want to show you another bad beats. It's been a week of absolute bad beats. Dennis Schroeder needed 2 more assists for a nice 6 for 6. But as for the picks from the actual video, you could see this Terry Rozier and Miles Bridges stack did hit, but in the wrong direction. We grabbed both unders. Had we grabbed both overs, this would have hit. As for Zach Collins, I did say in the video that 12.5 was and did seem a bit high, and obviously hits right at 12. So unfortunate on that. But Keldon Johnson did go over his assists. So overall 3 and 3 day, nothing too impressive. Pascal and OG did go both under as we expected. So go on to the board for today, and it's one game. It's this finals game between the Lakers and Indiana. And I'm going to be taking all overs, guys. I know a lot of you are probably also taking all overs, but we're going to look for the best overs in this specific slate. And we're going to just do a full 6-man slip all in this Lakers game. And we'll start off with the spread. Important to know when you're taking overs. How's the spread looking? Is it looking like a blowout? Obviously, it's a finals game, so even if it is like 10-20 points game, I do think the starters are still going to continue playing. But you can see here, very nice at -4. The Lakers are favored to win. We're going to be building the slip based on the idea that all of these guys are going to be playing down to the last minutes, getting a ton of minutes. And the first pick we're going to go with is the king himself, LeBron Raymond James. I'm going to grab him on the over 29 points. I do like this spot for him. Obviously, 29 points is quite high. It's normally higher than his normal line. Same with Tyrese Haliburton. Like, he's normally set at like 25.5, 26.5. They're bumping him high, and the reason they're bumping him high, guys, is because of what I just said. Essentially, it's a finals game. They are expecting these guys to get a lot of minutes. You could see here, LeBron James did get 40 minutes in the semifinals game versus Phoenix. That's obviously way higher than he normally plays. Actually, he does play around like 35-ish minutes. He played 40. I do expect another 40-minute game from LeBron. If we get OT, even better. So we're pushing all these overs. He did clear that line in the semifinals, so hopefully we could get this at a nice 29. And you could see the other sportsbooks have him at a consensus of 29.5. 50-50, so we are getting a half point of advantage in our direction. If it does move to 29.5, I still do like it, but 29, even better spot for us. Now, the player I want to stack him with, I'm thinking D'Angelo Russell or Reaves, but I'm preferring Reaves here. D'Angelo Russell doesn't really hit with James in terms of correlation stacks, so I mean, like, look at it. So he hit green in the first 3 games, red in the last 2, and if you check LeBron James points, it's literally the complete opposite, so that's not what you want when you're stacking players together. I do like Austin Reaves better. Of course, he's been moved to the bench. If he starts, even better. But you could see in the last game they hit together versus the Pelicans, where they each played like 25 minutes because that game was an absolute blowout. And as I'm saying that, I actually realized that the Pelicans game was the semifinals. The Phoenix game was the quarterfinals. But yeah, in the Pelicans game, obviously, LeBron James didn't play much. It was a complete, I think it was like 40-50 point win. So he still managed to crash to 30 points, which is funny. But 23 minutes, I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting like 38-40 minutes for him tonight. So that's where we're going LeBron James over 29 points. We're also going to take him with Austin Reaves over 4.5 assists. Like I said, I don't like D'Lo as much. And Austin Reaves at PRA is juiced on the sportsbook. So I do think they're expecting him to get a bit more minutes than usual because they're reducing his PRA to the over 23.5 at -120. We're going with the assist here just to pair with LeBron James points. We're going to continue on with Tyrese Haliburton on the points. So we're going to be grabbing his over 28.5. Again, very high line. This is not really a normal line for people to be set at, but they know it's a sort of tournament game. It is important. I mean, I'm pretty sure the cash prize is 500K for every player. Obviously, it doesn't mean much to LeBron James, but to the rest of his team, maybe the bench players, it does mean quite a bit. So I do think this is going to be quite a serious game. It's a bit of a new tournament, but we'll see what happens. Also, on top of that, you could see Tyrese does have his line juiced towards that -120 consensus at that -120 on the over 28.5. So it's a decent spot for the over. And who I want to take it with is actually Bruce Brown. So Bruce Brown, I would normally take him on the over 2.5 assists. But of course, Prizepicks hates putting assist props for some reason. They only have 4 for this game, and I would love to take Bruce Brown over 2.5 assists, which I normally stack with Tyrese over points. But one way to get around that is to grab his rebounds and assists on the over 7.5, and it's not as good. You could see the juice on the over 2.5 assists. It's very good at -139. As for rebounds and assists, it's only juiced towards -125. -123 actually, consensus line. So it's pretty decent, but not as good as the assist. So we are going to pair these together. Bruce Brown is a pretty strong stacking with Tyrese Haliburton. Now we're going to move over to offensive rebounds. And if you guys know AD, this guy loves grabbing his rebounds after he misses a shot. So we're going to grab him on the over 3.5 offensive rebounds. He greened this in the past 3 games. And I've had his under 13 rebounds the other day. And he absolutely sold my 6 for 6 because he got like 7 rebounds in the last 6 minutes. So hopefully he does go on these boards today. Does grab his own boards, does miss a lot of shots, and grabs his own boards. That is the goal here. We're going to grab him on the over 3.5 offensive rebounds, which I normally wouldn't do, but we're going to try it with AD tonight. And then we're going to end it all off with a fantasy score. This I never do on the channel, but I'm loving Obi Toppin's over 20.5 fantasy score. He has cleared this in the past 4 games, and Obi Toppin has been playing great. for this Pacers team. So we're going to lock this one in, 80 into 2K for tonight. Good luck, everyone.